can't tell women to lower their expectations, but this is the reality.
So in Act 3, Scene 2 of Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, basically the exact middle of the play, Marc Antony gives his famous "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears" speech. And it is remembered so fondly in part because it is just this masterful piece of political rhetoric.
Noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously hath Caesar answered it. Under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men.
Part of that is just that it is very emotionally charged, but even more important than that is the way that it demonstrates the power of an effective slogan. Not just a slogan, but the ironic deployment of that slogan. In this speech, it's a recurring pair of lines.
But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man.
Brutus says he was ambitious, he being Caesar, and that's why he had to die, and Brutus is an honorable man. But the reason that this is ironic is that as Marc Antony's speech goes on, it becomes clear, at least in the way that Marc Antony is framing things, that Caesar was not ambitious.
Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man.
And so that refrain rings increasingly hollow every time he says it, until we reach the very final utterance, where it is clear that this is not sincere. It's hard to even call it ironic. It's an indictment.
Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he is an honorable man.
Brutus is not an honorable man. Brutus is a liar and a murderer. And this is what it feels like Scot Galloway is doing. And sure, he's not the only one, but Galloway is certainly one of the very worst for doing this, citing just how few men actually meet the standards that women have. But that doesn't mean that you should lower your standards. Explaining that women are far too inflexible and unwilling to alter their standards when this is pointed out to them. But in no way is he saying that your expectations are set too high. Making a direct connection between those standards and all of the lonely, sad men who are suffering, who are dealing with mental health issues and addiction and even battling for their own lives, but in no way is that the fault of women. But this is the guy who has anointed himself, who the media has anointed the left of center voice on issues of men and masculinity.